We begin this episode of bullshittery with a road trip down to Orlando for NXT, where our protege Psycho Sally is going to be competing on NXT for the first time in front of us. Psycho Sally makes her debut against Blair Davenport, and I have to say I'm surprised her outfit and gimmick haven't been changed. Homie here is named Fanny, and I guess she's an NXT wrestler, but I thought she was a literal child. It ain't too much though, as a big old classic Spanish fly takes out Blair, and now we have another huge upset. Flash forward to next week, where I earned some more stripes on my very loud and stylish leotard by taking down Roxanne Perez in exquisite fashion and suave technique. Sally has been hazed, and apparently both my opponents fucked up my energy bar and put rocks in my duffel bag. Could have been a literal turd, so you're lucky. Carly tells us that Fanny has been way too close to her locker while her match was going on, so I go and confront Fanny, but she doesn't want to have to admit that she did it, so instead we take it to the ring. Fanny is nothing but a jobber, so she gets dropped with the Espanol fly for the 1-2-3. We back on Raw with our girl Jade, and she meets up with Justine, who gives us some mileage reimbursement as Wendy Chu's opponent at a live event has been stuck at the airport, so we tell Justine to give us a no-holds-barred match to make it even more dope. Wendy gets pancake splashed through the table and then thrown up into the sky for a better end, and now I'm ahead to Wawa because I got work in the morning. Justine is pissed off backstage because I whooped Wendy's ass so much to the point that she has been sidelined. Justine calls my company an outlaw mud show, and then she sends me down to the performance center where I have to face Tamina, ew, in a match where I can't climb the top rope. Justine must forget that I'm him, so I do some suicide dives instead. Better end for the win, and no one is there to celebrate, just like WWE in 2020. Justine meets us in the gym, and as she tries to keep me there for 6 or 7 more weeks before I go back to Raw, but this leads to Justine setting up a match with TBD rules, so we back in the live shows. Justine keeps trying to choke me out, but I show her how we do it in TB dub with a pile driver, a chair smooching her in the kisser, sneaking some brass knucks out of my titties, and then I end her with a big swanton to prove her bitch ass wrong. Dickhead producer Slade tells me my social media presence is shitty, and I have to do something to get people talking, so I have to do some fast food wrestling by beating the shit out of Tegan Knox and giving her 3 finishers. Back in the locker room, our least favorite producer, Simpkin, tells us that we haven't been over with the fans as much as we'd like, as he says I have a mid-card career.
Like that, shut your bitch ass up!
I try to be his friend and I say that I've done everything, but he says I haven't committed enough, and he gives me some new gear to wear, and he tells me that Regal wouldn't be happy if I didn't wear it. He has also cut my match down to 5 minutes tonight.
What in the fuck is this outfit?
Jade must now defeat Shayna Baszler in less than 5 minutes in this stupid-ass captain's outfit. Give me about 3 minutes and 18 seconds to get the job done. Back at my home of TBD, Geneva talks with me about my dumbass outfit, and Jade says she's been overwhelmed with advice, and this lets Geneva tell Jade that she shouldn't try to please everyone and she needs to trust her instincts about what she wants in her career. And then I get a text from Regal telling me I have a match with Natalya. Light work. After the match, I steal Byron's headset again, and I start giving a shoot promo on terrible WWE creative like I was 2019 AEW Chris Jericho.
It was a stupid idea from bad creative and all that's gone.
Jade says she isn't going to stop her story now, and she's going to take it back. Oh great, now she's Cody Rhodes. Troy is angry and I laugh in his face to get all of that off of my chest, and Regal gets on me for going off script, but William is ready to release me from my contract, and Troy is ready to speak.
Shut up, Troy!
Regal doesn't let me go as he wants me to put my heart into it, and don't be afraid to fail. The third is for me to take off the captain's outfit that Regal did not commission.
You done fucked up now!
Before Raw, Jade goes over to Liv Morgan and starts talking about Liv being so busy with being so Hollywood, and she offers Jade a spot in the web series she is in. Cheese please. Show where you sniff cheese. What is this on, Kick? Later that night, I debut a new move in my arsenal in the form of the opening night driver on Xia Li. Someone that saw me on the web series, kind of mad that there's no footage of this. And he is a homie named Alfie Juniper, and he is an agent of some kind, and he seems really interested in me being a client. He also sets me up with my co-star JC Jane for a performance. Or in other terms, I need JC in the face and I dropped her with the PSC DDT. Alfie kisses my ass some more, and I accept him as my agent even though I never met him in person, which Geneva also shows some concern for. Jade also eventually thinks that maybe he's not the real deal. That night on Raw, Jade is in a rematch with Tegan Knox, where all of a sudden Alfie hops over the barricade unscripted and the security bodies his ass for being him. This leads to Tegan pulling me off a turnbuckle and rolling me up for the 3 count. Jade goes to meet Alfie for the first time formally backstage, and this dude has no clue about wrestling at all. Eventually Alfie tells me he has an opportunity for me, either a co-star role in an action movie with John Cena or a sci-fi indie movie with Dave Bautista. I basically remember how much money Cena made off of the Suicide Squad, and I side with him. I'm going over my lines, and I really don't know why Jade is fist bumping the air right here. I come back from my movie shooting role about a few months later, and Regal welcomes me back on my RV, where Jade says she has made some adjustments to her entrance tonight. Oh yeah, I guess we got a new gimmick as Hollywood Jade Scowl. In my return, I somehow slingshot spear the referee, and then soon after, Zoe Stark gets dropped with a TKO for the win. We flash over and Jade is getting her own talk show in the form of captive audience, with 0 people in the audience, but a button that has a lot of enthusiasm.
I'm over here stroking my dick, I got lotion on my...
Back in my RV is Chelsea Green, and she is geeking out over my swag, and she wants me to be my assistant, where I then give her my list of shit to do. Make sure you grab me some donkey bacon while you're out too, Chelsea. Dakota Kai is expeditiously dragged through the dirt that night. Chelsea Green tells me that she has set up my car and plane ride to Japan for an upcoming tour. We teleport to the Japan Dome where Jade goes one-on-one with Io Sky. Io was a pretty difficult challenge, but I gotta show her the Be More Strong style as I put her away with some King's Landing right under the chin. I check my BlackBerry and Chelsea has added Tiffany Stratton and me to a group chat where Chelsea is a terrible assistant. She's so terrible in fact that she hired Tiffany to assist her. Tiffany tells me to get ready to choose my opponent, in return I choose Indy Hartwell. Flash to the ring and
well, shit.
They set me up. As I was not facing one of the choices, I was facing all of them in a battle royal. And not to mention them motherfuckers didn't pick up my wrestling gear. Chelsea justifies all of her actions, but Jade tries to make a match between her and Miss Verde Cardona on Raw. Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green seem to handicap me right now in this match, but thanks to Alfie, he says that he can make a call for a partner, and in return, I get Baltimore's finest Stacy Keibler. Stacy with the keyboard kick on the Stratton, a big boot from Jade, and then the opening night driver sends Chelsea Green back to GCW as we end this video.